Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Laila Nakesha dari 2IC Manajemen dengan NPM 24106310200041. Di sini saya akan membacakan jawaban soal UAS mata kuliah agama yang diajar oleh Bapak Iqbar Amal Muzaki. Mungkin kita mulai sekarang. Saya akan membacakannya dalam format bahasa Inggris. The first, as the future Muslim manager, how would you apply Islamic muamalah principles in designing a Sharia-compliant financial system for a student cooperative that is both halal and fair? For my answer is, to ensure halal and fair operations, the cooperative's financial system must be based on Islam contracts, such as mudarabah or profit sharing for investment-based saving, then mudarabah or cost plus sales for financing student needs, and then qadrul hasan or benevolent loan, it for interest-free lending, then wakalah or agency for delegated transactions. Transparency, accountability, and participatory management are essential to ensure justice and compliance with Islamic value. Then the second question is, as a future consultant for Muslim family financial management, explain a financial planning scheme that considers inheritance and gender justice from an Islamic perspective. My answer is, Islamic family financial planning includes applying in Islamic inheritance law or faraid, as stated in Surah An-Nisa, which balance justice and responsibility rather than imposing strict equality. The second one is recognizing that men and women have different financial obligation, thus receiving different inheritance shares. The third one is allocating funds or essential zakat, halal investment, emergency savings, and structured inheritance. The last one is educating family members on financial roles to promote harmony and justice. When we go to the next question is, analyze how the trending strategies of Prophet Muhammad SAW and his companions can inspire ethical and sustainable business models in the modern capitalist era. My answer is, the Prophet's business practice emphasize one is honesty or sadiq and trustworthiness or amanah. The second one is transparency in pricing and contracts. The third one is mutual benefit in transactions. These strategies inspire ethical business today by building trust, long-term customer relationships, and social responsibility in contrast to exploitative capitalism. We move to the next question. The fourth question is, explain how the Islamic concept of humans as khalifah or stewards on earth influences leadership style and decision making in human resource management within a company. My answer for this question is, the concept of khalifah, it is in Surah Al-Baqarah ayat 30, promotes first one is servant leadership, where the leaders serve and set a moral examples. The second one is decision making based on public benefit atau maslahah and not just profit. And then the last one is employee evaluation based on integrity, character, and contribution or ethical goals. This creates a spiritually conscious and socially responsible workplace. We move to the fifth question. It is, explain the effectiveness of Islamic value-based tolerance in managing cultural conflicts in multinational organizations. Include an effective approach of your choice. My answer of this question is Islam encourage ta'aruf or mutual respect, and then tasamuh or tolerance, and justice or adl. Effectiveness strategies include the first one is cultural sensitivity training rooted in Islamic ethics. The second one is open dialogue forums or for diverse employees. And the last one is flexible work policies. It is respecting religious and cultural practices. An effective approach, Emirates Airlines, offering prayer rooms and halal meals, fostering harmony among multicultural staff. We next to the question number 6. If you evaluate Islam's perspective on technological advancement in the context of Industry 5.0, how can Islamic values guide ethical management of technologies such as AI and big data? Islam support technological advancement in Surah Al-Alaq ayat 1 to 5, but within ethical limits. Islamic values guide managers to ensure data privacy and user content, promote fair algorithms without bias or harm, and use AI to support human dignity and not replace essential human roles. Managers act as ethical stewards, ensuring tech align with Islamic principles of benefit and justice. The next one, the 7th question. It is describe a Sharia-based startup business model that address the moral and economic crisis faced by Muslims in the globalized era. My answer for this question is a suitable model such as community-based halal marketplace. From that is first one is uses Islamic contracts or like mudarobah and ijarah. The second one is encourage zakat, waqf, and profit sharing. And the third one is educated users on Islamic finance and entrepreneurship. And then the last one is empowers local SMEs while promoting ethical consumerism. This model addresses both moral decline and economic inequality among Muslims. The last question of this question is design and explain a social leadership training program based on Islamic family and community values that can be implemented by management student in community service activity. I took this program name is Young Caliphs Islamic Social Leadership for Society. Core component in this program is Islamic values such as teamwork, mutual respect, and shared responsibility. Then community engagement such as empathy, social justice, and collaboration. And the last one of these core components is workshops. It is simulations of ethnical leadership, conflict resolution, and project planning. This program is ideal for students during community service like KKN to practice value-driven leadership. That's all for me. I'm sorry if there is many mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.